Hey Ralph, so I've been looking this thing over and here's my ideas. Um, yeah, they've got, this is the latest thing they've done, 1,000 conversions at 435. So they went and used a layover audience, a lookalike audience um, from their customer base, which was smart. But since they've got 1,000 conversions, I would start, and let me back up. I agree with you. The first thing we want to do is optimize for CPL first. Let's get it down before we scale because it's going to go up as we scale. So instead of a lookalike audience from the customer list, let's do it from the conversion pixel. They've already got 1,000 conversions going on there. And one thing they did do earlier, but they're not doing now, is they're not excluding current customers, which it should be done. And as I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, but this by using this conversion pixel, this is a dynamic process, is what the Facebook rep told me. So as we send more conversions to this lookalike audience, it's going to refine it and make it better and better and better. So in theory, as time goes on, as we get more conversions, it should all optimize itself. Is that correct? Because that's what I'm looking to do. So then initially what I want to do is test some different optimization strategies at relatively low volumes. So I didn't see them do any interests. I want to test interests with the conversion pixel overlay. We can test different images, different copy, test a landing page, and certainly the things. And this is just from your from the document you sent me of ways to scaling. But before we scale, I want to test bidding strategies, placement, especially with the older demographics below. And I don't know if this is very clear, but I did um, a breakdown of age, gender, and probably this is not legible, but this is older male and female gave us the lowest conversion. Here's 302, 323, 348. Not huge volume on these upper ones here. Not bad, 161 on the higher end female, but and we test it. But especially with an older demographic, we want to be doing desktop, mobile, or I'm sorry, desktop news feed and right hand column as well. Then my thinking is once we have that data that we'll get in our heads, and also once we've set more data to the conversion pixel, then they'll start scaling by different audiences. We can do it for the budget, we can do it by placement, we can do it by objective, just as your document nicely lays out. Um, Sometimes what I see in Facebook, I've actually seen this quite a bit, is the costs are really cheap to start with, and then they rise. So I went back and just did the previous 7 days for several of these just to see if that was a trend here, and it's not. They they started off well, they started off okay, and then they went up some, and then they bounced back down as I guess they optimized. So I did not want to get in a situation where they started off really cheap and they've just been going up since then because I've seen that happen and I don't want to get involved. So the other thing I got some questions, and one is the under $4 lead that we're going to get paid 50 cents on based on the conversions here, or is this based on total campaign total ad costs, including the PPE stuff? Because that's going to make a difference. And I could have sworn I heard you say they're doing $1,500 a day or 45K a month, and they're doing like a tenth of that, not even close. So I was pretty enthusiastic, but I'm not so sure this is good for us. I'd like to talk to you more about it because I'm not crazy about putting in 30, 40, 50 hours, finding out that we can't get it, down to $4 and we've wasted our time. So I'm sure on their side, they're thinking, well, we don't want someone coming in who doesn't know what they're doing and getting us $10, spending a lot of money that we don't get anything for. But I don't think that's where we're positioned. So, and the other thing is no matter, so, I don't know how you're doing it with them, and this is your business decision, but I'd rather, you know, get paid some minimum for putting our time in against a lead cost. And no matter what way it works out, I want it really clear, I think it is with you, but with Keith, that my compensation agreement is with Dominate Web Media. It's not contingent on payment from the customer. So, again, this is your deal. I've seen stuff where people say, oh, well, yeah, get us $4 leads and we'll pay you so and so, and then 2 months goes by and they blow you off. Well, that's not my problem, because this is your customer. I don't mean to be harsh about this. I just want to be really clear. I'm not going to, I'd rather pass than have any dubiousness about me getting paid. So I want that clear with Keith. And that's all I got to say. So I hope that makes sense. I think this is a pretty good strategy, but let me know what you think.